No one has a better seat to watching these Detroit Lions all season long than the Super Bowl champ and the radio sideline reporter for these Lions. It's TJ Lang.
Yeah.
I wish we could insert a clap from the audience. I feel like
it's
that's
about
what
time you
need.
invited me on the show. It's been years, so
it took us a minute to get it all together. I want to know what's been the most exciting part to reporting on these Detroit Lions this season.
Oh man, it's probably just got to be the anticipation. You never know what's going to happen. The fact that this team really has genuinely turned the corner. And you go into every game now really believing that they can win. You know, this team is so resilient and mentally tough, and I think a lot of that comes from not only the leaders they have on the team, but Dan Campbell. I mean, he's very shy when he takes credit sometimes about, you know, how he's turned this team around. But it's so exciting as a fan, as a sideline reporter, and as a former player to watch what these guys are doing, because this is something we all wished we could do while we were here. No, we didn't get it done, but, you know, being a little bit small part of it now and watching them win games and have a chance to do something really special is it's tremendously exciting.
Have you had to catch yourself on the sideline celebrating a little bit too much?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I still go into like player mode sometimes, and I definitely last week, I think it was on the Amon-Ra touchdown, you know, late in that game where I dropped my microphone. I kind of get a couple fist bumps.
You dropped the mic?
You know, they're calling down for me, and I keep trying to get my mic, and you know, so I definitely go into fan mode a little bit down there. But that's awesome. I mean, that's what, you know. Former player is a little bit different, but I think even as a fan aspect, like Dan Campbell and this team makes everybody feel so together. Like the fans really feel like they're a part of this thing, and I think that's a credit to not only Dan, but the players as well, making the fans feel like this. You guys are all in it together. I certainly feel that way. I know most of the fans feel that way.
Going back to last week, the offensive line. Why is that offensive line group able to play at such a high level every single week?
Well, it starts with the veterans that they have. Taylor Decker's been here a long time. Frank Ragnow's been here a long time. They set the tone on what expectations are in that group, and they're realistic because those guys themselves go through that. And look, in a perfect world, we'd love to see, you know, the starting offensive line every single game. Reality is, you know, you're going to get guys banged up a little bit, and I think that, you know, maybe going through that process the last year and a half of having to have some extra guys jump in at times, that gives you the experience and I think the confidence to say, you know what, we've been through it before. We don't expect anything to change. It doesn't matter what our lineup looks like. Our expectation and our play needs to remain at a high level for this team to have success. I think they truly know in that room that this team and this offense goes how far that offensive line is going to take them. So it's credit to Hank Fraley too. I mean, he's done an incredible job developing some of the younger guys. Coyote Osika coming in and didn't really miss a beat offensively. I think that says a lot about the coaches as well.
After the Tampa Bay win last Sunday, we saw Aiden Hutchinson, the hometown kid, kind of take everything in as he was walking off the field. Played at Michigan, went to high school just down the street. You're a hometown kid as well. You got to come back here, play for these Detroit Lions. How incredible has it been for you to just watch what your hometown team, Detroit Lions, are accomplishing this season?
I mean, it's everything. It's everything. And I don't know if we expected it maybe this fast when Brad and Dan took over a few years back. For me, I will say, you know, I've got to play here for 2 years. I wanted to come back home to be a part of something like this. I wasn't able to get it done, right? A lot of players weren't. But you still feel like you're a part of what they're doing now. And so I think these players, these coaches, this entire team is giving us a lot of pride as former players. It's nice being a little tiny small part of that, being on the sideline and getting to watch it up close.
I love that for you, TJ.
Well, it's not about me. I mean, I'm not taking credit. There's so many alumni that played here forever that just want to be proud to play for the Lions. I think this team is making a whole lot of people proud.
I'm glad they are. All right, that's TJ Lang. Thanks so much for stopping by finally.
Thanks for finally having me.